I never thought my life would come to this. Police lights outside my house, a knock on the door that sounded like the end of the world, CPS standing there, clipboards in hand, asking if they could come inside. I remember standing there barefoot, still in the work pants I had worn all day, trying to understand how my entire life had collapsed in a way I didn't see coming. And the thing that kept echoing in my head was simple. I never laid a hand on my children. Not once. Not ever. But suddenly I was being treated like someone who might have. It's strange how fast your world can flip, how a quiet house can feel like a crime scene when you've done absolutely nothing wrong. 2 years earlier, I still believed in my marriage. At least I believed in trying. I worked hard, I tried to be steady, I tried to be loyal, I tried to be the person who kept things together even when she was falling apart. And yeah, she was the breadwinner for a while. I won't lie, I relied on her income the same way she relied on me to run the house, keep the kids' routines tight, clean, cook, bedtime, mornings, backpacks, the whole rotation. And I didn't complain, even when she pushed me around emotionally, even when her moods could turn a good day into something sharp and icy. Then one day, she left. She packed a couple bags, said she needed space, and that was that. The door closed and I swear the house got 20 degrees colder. Within a week, she was dating again. I don't think she even waited that long after moving out. It was like she needed someone, anyone, to pour her emotions into, someone to drain dry, someone to fill the silence I used to fill, and she moved fast, like desperation disguised as excitement. New men, new dates, new validation. She'd show up to drop the kids off wearing outfits she never wore for me. Smiling that big smile she only performed when she wanted to look happy. But the thing is, people who rush like that never find peace. Not real peace. Every guy she dated looked like he was auditioning for a role he didn't understand, and none of them lasted. She'd get infatuated, then irritated, then empty, rinse and repeat. Meanwhile, I stayed still. Not because I was stuck on her, but because I had two kids who needed stability, not a revolving door of strangers. I didn't want to date. I didn't want to look for love. I didn't want to fill time or distract myself. I wanted to raise my children and survive. The custody battle didn't begin right away. We tried to co-parent at first. Well, I tried. She made everything difficult. Times, schedules, drop-offs, school events. Everything became a negotiation, or a fight, or an argument waiting to happen. And then one day, out of nowhere, it escalated. She filed accusations. Not small ones, not misunderstandings, not frustration or exaggeration. She accused me of sexually abusing our kids. I read that message 3 times, sitting on the edge of my bed, the air sucked out of my lungs. My hands were shaking so hard I dropped my phone. I actually said out loud, to nobody, "What the hell are you talking about?" She told CPS the kids had hinted something. She told the police I had a temper. She told her family, who lived 2 states away, that I was a monster. She told people in town I screamed, that I hit her, that I hit the kids. Never once. Not in our entire marriage. I was the guy who said yes to things I disagreed with, just to keep the peace. I was the one who did the school mornings and the chores and the bedtime routines. I was the one who cleaned up the emotional messes she made when she shut down or exploded. I was the steady one, the quiet one, the one who kept going. But when someone is set on burning your life down, the truth doesn't matter. Only the fire does. The investigations dragged on. CPS came, the police came, my job asked questions. People at the grocery store whispered. Her side of the family spread the story like gospel. Meanwhile, not one single bruise, not one single report from the school, not one single moment where the kids seemed scared of me, not one single piece of evidence, not one single example of neglect. Nothing. But the thing about being a man in a situation like this, you don't get the benefit of the doubt. You fight uphill. You fight with your hands tied. You fight alone. The investigations went on for months, and the whole time, the kids were just being kids. They'd run into my arms when I picked them up. They'd ask for help with homework. They'd laugh at dinner. They'd fall asleep, leaning on my shoulder during movie nights. Not once did they show fear. Not once did they hesitate. Kids don't fake comfort. They don't fake affection. And they definitely don't fake feeling safe. And you know what broke my heart the most? One night my daughter asked me, "Daddy, why is mommy so angry at you?" What do you say to that? How do you answer without damaging them? I swallowed everything I was feeling. I told her, "Mom just wants to do her own thing. She doesn't want all of us living together anymore. But she loves you, and I love you, and that's what matters." She nodded. She believed me. Kids shouldn't have to carry adult pain. But she was already noticing. Both of them were. Children today see more than we ever did at their age. They understand tone. They understand tension. She thought 6 and 8-year-olds were blind. She was wrong. After everything, every interview, every home visit, every meeting, they cleared me completely. No signs of abuse, no evidence of anything. The kids actually seemed happier and more relaxed with me than anywhere else. And still, the damage was done. She never apologized. She never admitted she lied. She never stopped talking about me like I was the villain of her story. And the money, God, the money, lawyers, court fees, house payments without dual income, bills stacking up like bricks. Some nights I'd sit at the kitchen table, staring at the numbers, wondering how much longer I could hold the line before everything collapsed. But every time the kids came over, every time they laughed, every time they fell asleep on the couch, every time they hugged me, I knew why I was still fighting. I'm not perfect. I've had nights where I'm sure I'm close to breaking, nights where the silence feels like it's pressing down on me, nights where I can't sleep because I'm calculating how close I am to bankruptcy. But I don't quit, because quitting would mean losing them, and I'm not losing my kids. Not now, not ever. I can't control what she says. I can't control what she does. I can't control the stories she spins, or the men she burns through, or the chaos she drags behind her. But I can control what kind of father I am. I can control what my kids see when they look at me, and when they're older, old enough to understand all of this. I want them to look back and know I stayed steady, I stayed patient, I stayed calm, I stayed present, I stayed loving, I stayed their dad, even when the world tried to rip that away, even when the person I once trusted most tried to destroy me. Even when I stood on the edge and felt myself slipping, I held on. I'm still holding on, and I'll keep holding on, because my kids deserve a father who doesn't disappear, not even when everything else does.